A very tense atmosphere here in Toronto. The runs might come tonight because both pitchers aren't the greatest, but it doesn't matter. The Blue Jays have a 2-1 lead here in Game 4 here in Toronto in the World Series 1983, even though we're playing it in a building that was built in 1989. The Blue Jays, well, they have a chance to go up 3-1, and for the Phillies, they can turn it into a best-of-3 series. They've only scored in 2 innings total. Toronto has 10 runs, and Philadelphia has 6. Ruthven versus Gott today, in what could be and should be a game that both these teams are going to remember for a long time. Philadelphia is trying to reverse the history, and Toronto's trying to make it. So here's Jim Gott. Toronto trying to make history. 2 starts, 0-1, 7.71 ERA, 9 innings pitched, 10 hits, 1.39 for the whip, 12 strikeouts, 3 walks. Maybe he's not the greatest person you start this game, but all eyes are going to be on him as Bob Dernier will come up. He has 11 stolen bases and 8 runs, but he's hitting .377, the best in Philadelphia, and we're underway. Game number 4, and that'll be a striking win. Dernier was 2 for 5 with 2 singles in the last game. Jim Gott trying to, did he go? Yes, he did. So Dernier went after that, and it's now 0-2. I'll tell you what, the Blue Jays know that Jim Gott, if he can survive 4 or 5 innings, that'll be huge. A little looper, and it'll hit the ground, and that hits the ground. Garcia couldn't barehand it, and it'll be a man on. Their first hit. That is the earliest hit they've had all series. And here's Von Hayes. Here in the top of the first, nobody out. Philadelphia scored in 1 inning yesterday. They won the game 4-2. They're down 2-0 in the 6th, and that's a strike. Von Hayes hitting .200, a home run, and 4 RBIs. It's on Gott. If Gott performs well, many feel Toronto can win. That'll be 1-1 to the outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the first inning. Outside 2-1. Jimmy Gott. There he goes on the run. Dernier, they throw to second, not even close. And Dernier will get second. It's going to be 2-2. So the leadoff batter in the game gets on second with nobody out. Now it's a 2-2 to Von Hayes, with Mike Schmidt coming up next, taking away the double play. The towel's in full force, and that'll be fouled away. I'm telling you now, if Jim Gott gets into a sort of an issue where everybody's fouling balls off and he can't get the 3rd strike past, he's going to lose this game. It'll be 3-2. And Mike Schmidt will be coming up. He's looking for a breakout game. You know he is, and he's looking for that. The 3-2 from Gott, and it'll be a pop fly to left. Dernier will be on second. He's not going to go to third. We have 1 out. Jimmy Gott. So here are the Phillies. Dernier, Hayes, and Schmidt. Diaz, Morgan, and Matthews. Perez, Maddox, and Avon de Jesus. And you see all the averages are coming down, only 2 over 300. That's because of the Toronto starting pitching. Has been absolutely incredible. With 1 out, here's Mike Schmidt. You know that they might have him. And no, he's safe. Mike Schmidt. They throw again, and Dernier, they can't get it. They are afraid of stealing third. I don't know if you would because of the sac fly. Gott. And that'll be a ball outside, 1-0. Harder to steal third. Schmidt is down to 234. 4 home runs and 11 RBI. The 1-0, and they throw it again, and it's getting to the point where Dernier, he's found his niche here. You don't want that to happen. It means he gets a better jump. And down low, 2-0. Gott he's freezing himself. The 2-0 first inning. Top of the first, 1 on, and that'll be 3-0. 3 balls to Mike Schmidt. Bo Diaz will be up next. The 3-0. Gott will try and get it down the middle, and he does. That's a strike. A question mark on Jim Gott, and everybody knew it. He's obviously the weaker of the 2 pitchers here today. The 3-1 with 1 out. It'll be fouled away, 3-2. And another full count here in the first. Schmidt hitting .234, 1 out. Top of the first, the 3-2 pitch. And that'll be fouled away. Again, the foul balls are killing Jim Gott. The 3-2 with 1 out. On the ground, Dernier will stay at second. Griffin will throw to Upshaw, and we got 2 outs. Griffin had to check, and Schmidt is still, I believe, hitless for the series, or else he only has 1 hit. Here's Bo Diaz now. He's at .224 in the postseason. 2 home runs, 7 RBI, and it would be really big if Gott could get this out. And it'll be a high pop fly to center field. And underneath, it'll be a catch, 3 outs. Toronto gets out of it. 1 hit by Dernier. That weird bunt. It's 0-0. Bottom of the first inning, here comes Dick Ruthven. He's had 2 starts, 0-1, 3.86 ERA, 11 2/3 inning, 14 hits, a 129 whip, 6 strikeouts, and 1 walk. And Damaso Garcia now will start up. Yesterday, he had a couple good base hits early, and they led 2-0. That'll be on the ground. Picked up by Schmidt. Throw to first, 1 out. Garcia couldn't do what Dernier did. And you see Garcia, Bonnell, and Mosby. Barfield, Upshaw, and they go with Witt today. Johnson, Mullenix at third, and Alfredo Griffin is 9th. So they go with Ernie Witt today. Here's Barry Bonnell, who's really been absolutely on a hot streak in this series. And that'll be a strike there. Bonnell has raised his average to .264. Bottom of the first inning, Ruthven, his 3rd pitch. And Bonnell, high pop fly to Jesus, will be underneath. And that'll be an out, 2 outs.
Batting third, the center fielder, number 15.
So right to the upper side for that, and here's Lloyd Mosby at .343. Mosby to right, but underneath is Dernier, and he'll make the catch. We end 1 inning, and we're still scoreless, 0-0. We go to the second here in Game 4. Here comes Joe Morgan. If the Blue Jays would have won yesterday, they'd be going for the whole shebang today. But Joe Morgan had a hand in stopping everything. And here's Jim Gott pitching to Joe Morgan. It'll be 0-1. So Gott in the first inning had 18 pitches. Morgan, that's going to be a strike, 0-2. Here in game number 4. Jammed him, and that'll be Rance Mulliniks with a catch, 1 out. Here's the defense. You have Bonnell, Mosby, and Barfield in the outfield. Mulliniks, Griffin, Garcia, and Upshaw on the infield, and Ernie Witt as the catcher. Garth Yorg is not in. Garth Yorg might be a pinch hitter every so often. But Rance Mulliniks defensively has been good, and he's picking it up offensively as well. And that's a strike to Gary Matthews, who's under the Mendoza line. He has 7 RBIs in the postseason. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, 0-2. Matthews is 1 for 3, a double and 2 RBIs. The 0-2. That'll be to left field and foul. Top of the second inning. Jim Gott trying to get a few outs quickly. And that'll be a ball, 1-2. Dernier got on last inning, and because of his speed, kind of messed things up as he does. It'll be 2-2. And Gary Matthews hitting 6th for the Phillies. Matthews is the DH. Maddox, and that's a base hit. The second one in as many innings. And Jim Gott is not doing what he wants, and Philadelphia is taking advantage. Full advantage, Gary Matthews. And here is Tony Perez at 3:33 now here in the top of the second with 1 out. There they go. They throw to second. They got him. No, he's safe. It looked like he missed the tag. It looked like he missed the tag. Watch this. He goes to second, and oh man, and no, he didn't miss the tag. He picked it up. And I don't know if he knew where he was, but it was just a botched play at second, and with 0-1 with 1 out. Yeah, Matthews at second. This will be left center and a catch by Mosby, and 2 outs. So 2 outs now, second time Philadelphia's had a runner on, and I'm telling you, if they blow these opportunities and Toronto gets a lead, they're going to be wondering what in the world. Gary Maddox only with 1 RBI in the postseason. Hard to believe. And that'll be a ball. Might have been a strike there, but they call it there. Maddox 0 for 4 in his last game. And a big old donut. The 1-0 to Maddox. High pop fly. And underneath the Mosby, and he makes the catch, and we go to the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second inning. Philadelphia's had 2 hits and 2 runners on second base, and nothing's come of it. Jesse Barfield, 7 RBI. He's 4th on the Blue Jays, 194 average. So Barfield. And that's going to be a strike. The bottom of the second inning here in Game 4 of the World Series. Barfield from Ruthven, and that'll be on the ground. The first, Perez will go to Ruthven, who'll win the race, 1 out. Ruthven only had 5 pitches in that first inning. Hayes, Maddox, and Dernier in the outfield. Schmidt, DeJesus, Morgan, and Perez in the infield. And Bo Diaz at the catcher. They've been a catcher every game. Through 4 outs, he's only thrown 6 pitches. And here's Willie Upshaw. They're in the bottom of the second. They're going aggressive, a swing and a miss here. Willie's up to 300, his 8 RBIs. Our 3rd on the Blue Jays. The 0-1. It'll be high, 1-1. Willie Upshaw was 1 for 3 with a double the last game. 1-1 with 1 out in the bottom of the second, and that'll be high and fouled it off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here in the bottom of the second inning, a swing and a miss, 2 outs. So Ruthven is looking good. He's looking a lot better than the Blue Jays. Nobody's been on. And here's Ernie Witt at 152. And Witt to right field. And making the catch is Dernier. 10 pitches, 2 innings. Can't believe that. To Jesus Dernier, and Vaughn Hayes will come up to go to the third. Well, here's the third inning now. De Jesus hitting 196, no home runs, no RBI. He's fast though. Jim Gott is not looking as good as Ruthven. Not even close. Gott at times is leaving people on base and not looking the greatest with his control. Ruthven is just slowing him down, and Toronto's being very aggressive here in the third inning. The 1-1. That'll be on the ground. Garcia to Upshaw, 1 out. In the top of the third, Damaso. And here's Dernier, 1 for 1. He had a weird looking single. He's hitting 389. He's fast. And Gott, there's the bunt, and it'll be foul. The 0-1. He'll be 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss here. It'll be 1-2. With an out, top of the third inning. 1 for 1, Dernier. That'll be on the ground again. This will go to Gott, and he gets the easy out, 2 out. It's never easy with Dernier with the speed. It makes you rush the what seems like very routine plays. Here's Vaughn Hayes, 0 for 1. He flies out in the first. He's down to 195, 5 points below the Mendoza line. That'll be high, ball 1. Last game he was 0 for 3 with the strikeout. The 1-0. And it'll be 2-0. Vaughn Hayes. It'll be on the ground, 2-1. So big. 2-2, the strike there. Top of the third inning. Got to be on the ground. Easy to first, and Upshaw will stand on it, and we go to the fourth. We've had 1 inning take 20 minutes, and we're on the top, we're in the bottom of the third. It's 0-0. Well, that was the first inning that Gott looked better than Ruthven. And Coach Johnson now.
The designated hitter, Cliff Johnson.
And here's Cliff. That's going to be a strike, 0-1. The last 7 games, he scored 4 runs. He'll be high and a strike, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Struck him out, and he'll go to first, and that's going to be an out off the strikeout. Ruthven is looking good. That was about here's Rand Smolnick at 192. No home runs, 2 RBIs, 594 OPS. That was the longest anybody's gone against Ruthven. Ruthven, we're in the bottom of the 30s, only had 14 pitches. Smolnick will foul that off, 0-1. Last game he was 1 for 2 with an RBI. Ruthven is merciless. He's not even, I'm not sure if he's even had a ball in this game. This will be to left, and it'll be fouled again, 0-2. Like, has he thrown one ball in this game? Thrown a pitch that has been called a ball. And that might be the first one. It's 1-2. So you're talking about an ultimate perfect game there. So the 1-2 to Molyneux, 2-2. Maybe he becomes superhuman here. At the bottom of the third. Ruthven on the ground to Jesus. To Perez, and that'll be 2 outs. In World Series game number 4 in the bottom of the third. And here's Alfredo Griffin, 10 RBIs. He leads the Blue Jays. But his batting average is down to .305. And that'll be on the ground. They're going to try and bunt. Schmidt can't pick it up. And that's a first base hit. That is the first base hit, and that's Griffin. And Schmidt is standing in the way. But here's Damaso Garcia. Grounded out in the first. He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a strike on the outside. Ruthven has given up his first base runner of the day, and that'll be a hit. It'll be 1-1. They might go to second. He will. He'll throw to second, and he's going to be safe. So Alfredo Griffin gets the second. Off the bunt and maybe a wild pitch. Garcia, it'll be 1-1. Bottom of the third, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the third. And it'll be high, 2-2 again. So the 2-2 with 2 outs, bottom of the third. It'll be to right field, and maybe a base hit. It will be, and it'll hit the ground. It's 1-0 Blue Jays, and just like that. Oh, and a big hit by Damaso Garcia, and it's 1-0 Toronto. In a game that Ruthven was absolutely ruthless with 2 outs and nobody on. It was a bunt, a wild pitch, and a single. And it's 1-0. Here's Bonnell, and that'll be a ball, 1-0. 0 for 1 popped out in the first. He's hitting 4 of 12 in the series. Ruthven the 1-0. That's going to be outside, 2-0. Last 5 games, he's had 2 doubles and 4 RBIs. They go to first, he's safe. Philadelphia here in game number 4. It's the 2-0 to Bonnell. Bonnell on the ground. And Ruthven will pick it up. They'll throw to first. They get it, and they end to third. Toronto, a surprising run. Damaso Garcia hits it. And the right fielder couldn't get it. And this thing goes, hits the ground. It's very easy. It's 1-0. And here's Mike Schmidt. Top of the fourth, he's 0 for 1 today. Postseason, he's down to .229. He grounded out in the first. Here in the top of the fourth, the road team has won every single game. And that's going to be Gott, ball 1. Gott has not had, he had 1 easy inning, the third. The first and the second, he made it overly complicated. That'll be fouled off, 1-1 now. Game number 4 of the World Series. I mean, Dernier is, he in right field, he would get on. He got on in the first inning and he couldn't get in. Mike Schmidt now, the 1-2 with no outs, and Schmidt fouls it back. It's the tale of 2 opposites. One pitcher in the top of the fourth is 47 pitches. That'll be Garcia to Upshaw, 1 out. Mike Schmidt has had a terrible series. And Bo Diaz, who's 1 for 11 in a series, he's 0 for 1. He flew out in the first. So here comes Jim Gott. And that'll be a strike. They're taking the first one. And Gott is just taking what he's given. The 0-1. Down low, it'll be 1-1. Top of the 4th inning, the 4th hitter, Bo Diaz. And he jammed him. And first base, Willie Upshaw with the catch, 2 outs. And in a World Series in which Philadelphia has struggled to score. And Jim Gott is settling down and actually looking very good. Gott, and that's going to be a ball, 1-0. 1-0, top of the 4th inning. That'll be fouled off, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. It'll be 2-1. It'll be 2-1. Jim Gott. High, Morgan. It'll be underneath center field. And that's going to be 3 outs at the bottom of the 4th inning. Toronto has a 1-0 lead. Mosby, Barfield, and Upshaw. Lloyd Mosby's 3 for 13. He flew out in the first.
The center fielder, number 15.
He's 0 for 1 today, and he'll be high for a ball. On the last 4 games, he scored 3 runs himself. But I'll tell you what, Mosby hasn't been living up to his billing here in the World Series. I mean, Mosby and Barfield should be the crux of this lineup. 2 of the better hitters, the 3 and the 4 hitters. And that'll be a strike, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. That'll be on the ground. Schmidt to Perez, 1 out. Well, Ruthven is looking good. Jesse Barfield, 1 for 12 in the series. He grounded out in the 2nd inning. The bottom of the 4th inning, Toronto has a 1-0 lead. And that'll be a strike. Alfredo Griffin bunted. Gone on first, a wild pitch, he's on second. And the leadoff pitcher, Damaso Garcia, hit it into right field, and Griffin came in. And that's how Toronto got their run. The first run scored within the first 5 innings. Bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Toronto. The 1-2, and that'll be to right field. Dernier will run over, 2 outs. A very defensive battle here. And when I mean defensive, we're both sides really giving up nothing. Willie Upshaw's 0 for 1. He's 4-11 in the series. He struck out in the 2nd inning. Ruthven, and that's going to be a strike. Last 3 games, he's had a double and 3 RBI for Willie Upshaw. Swing and a miss here. It'll be 0-2. One ball and 2 strikes. With 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning. And it'll be a ball again, 2-2. 2-2. Bottom of the 4th inning. 3-2. Ernie Witt is on deck. Toronto leads 1-0, bottom of the 4th inning. The 3-2. Ball 4, and they walk him. Willie Upshaw will go to first. And Ernie Whitt will come up. So Ruthven, another hiccup here. Another 2-out hiccup, and he's got to watch it. But here's Ernie Whitt, who's only hitting 147. He lined out in the second. 0 for 1 today. 147 is 1 for 7. And Whitt again, it'll be high ball 1 and inside. Ruthven having trouble here. The 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning. High pop fly to left field, and underneath, they're going to make the catch. 3 outs. At the end of 4 innings of play here in game number 4, Toronto's had a lead in every single World Series game. Here's Gary Matthews. He's 1 for 1. He singled in the second. Philadelphia's only had 2 real hits. Dernier and Matthews. And the rest have been either walks or nothing. And they'll be fouled off 0-1. Top of the 5th inning, and Gary Matthews is trying to get on, but nobody out. Philadelphia, I don't think, can afford to lose, and that'll be a little blooper. Garcia with the catch, 1 out. For Damaso Garcia, that's going to be 1 out. And now next one up, Tony Perez. He's hitting .326. He flew out in the 2nd inning. Jim Gott. Here in the 5th inning. It'll be a ball outside. Last 4 games, Perez is 3 RBIs. 1-0. It'll be 2-0. 2-0. Top of the 5th inning. It'll be 3-0. Gary Maddox is on deck. And that'll be a strike. 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. And that'll be fouled away. 3-2. So a full count to Tony Perez. His average is dropping like a lead weight in a mercury. And he walks him. So Perez will go to first. It's hard to imagine, but this game is only 1-0. It seems like Toronto has more runs, but it's just been like that. Maddox has not had a hit in the series yet. He's 0 for 1 today, and he flew out in the second. And Jim Gott he's got to worry a little bit at the runner on first, and there they go, and he hits him, and it'll be first and second now with 1 out. And they got to be careful of that Philadelphia inning. The Philadelphia inning, Philadelphia will only score like 1 inning in a game, but they'll score all their runs. And I'm thinking it could be now. De Jesus is up. He's 0 for 1. And if he gets into a double play, they got problems. It's a swing and a miss here, a strike. He was 2 for 4 in the last game with 2 singles. This is the type of hitter. He's a ground ball hitter. And they can go low in the strike zone. That's going to be up the middle and a base hit. They might tie this game up. And they come home. No, they won't. It's tied. They will stop at third, and the bases are loaded. And I don't think Jim Gott has it anymore. This is the Philadelphia inning. This is the Philadelphia inning, and here's Bob Dernier. This is the one where they get all their runs. And now to be Dernier and a base hit. They're going to get 1 in, and they're going to get 2 in. And they come home, and it's 2-1. And this is the Philadelphia inning. And Bob Dernier off Jim Gott. And you knew that this was going to happen. And now they got to limit the damage. This is the Philadelphia inning. And here comes Vaughn Hayes, who's 0 for 2. Vaughn Hayes. And that'll be a strike down below. Vaughn flew out and grounded out, hitting 190 in the postseason. Todd is up to a 69th pitch here in the top of the 5th inning. And there they go. It'll be on the ground, and it is fair. It's a fair ball in the left field, and that's another couple runs. And they go to third, and God is done. It's 3-1, actually. They stay at third, and that's Vaughn Hayes. And here's Mike Schmidt, who's 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs. We got lightning everywhere. We got to save this game. We got to save this game because this will, if the power goes out, I don't trust this power. So we're going to go back. So we're going to keep on going as long as we can. So we're not really going to have good post-game stats when it comes to the actual whatever, but we got weather going. So if we're in the middle of an inning, we save at the end of every inning or at the end of every lead change. So we might have, if I just go out, that means that, oh, wow, a ground out for Mike Schmidt. His last time up, he's 0 for 2. So 1 out. Jim Gott. And that'll be below. It's going to be 0-1, a strike. Three to 1 Philadelphia. Toronto trying to hold Philadelphia from scoring any more runs. That'll be on the ground. It could be 2. Third to second to first, and they're out of the inning. Mullenix to Garcia to Upshaw. But Philadelphia has a Philadelphia inning, and it's 3-1. So we're going to go to commercial here as we'll take a look. They're going to save. Again, remember in this, we're going to save at the end of every inning. So we're going to have the end of every inning here and save it. As we take a look, because the weather outside, so it's going to take a little bit. So it is going to be, so if the power goes out, we got to save it as we go to the 6th inning. Just a Philadelphia inning. Philadelphia scored 3 innings. That's it. And the entire postseason, at the end of the day, they'll have 36 innings. And if Philadelphia doesn't score in any of them, they'll only score in 3 of the 36 all series. But they had a Philadelphia inning, and here comes Cliff Johnson now in the bottom of the 5th inning. So here comes Cliff, and that'll be a strike. 1 for 2 in the last game. In the bottom of the 5th inning. That'll be a little bit to right field, and it'll hit the ground, and a base hit for Cliff. And Cliff will get on first. This is big. Cliff Johnson will get on. It hits Maddox in center field. It is lightning a lot outside. They might have to replay this inning. That'll be fouled off. This is the type of game where this power, you know, will go out here soon. Rance Mullenix, and it'll be 1-1. In the bottom of the 5th. Rance is 1 for 2 with an RBI. Rance, a high pop fly. And underneath is Joe Morgan, and this will be 1 out. We have lightning everywhere. Outside it is close. Here's Alfredo Griffin. He's 1 for 1, a single and a run, .317 average. Here's Alfredo. He was on, got on last time, and there they go. It's going to be hit and run and a base hit. Are they going to go to third? They won't. We got 2 on with 1 out. Here's Tomaso Garcia in the bottom of the 5th. They'll be down low, ball 1. Tomaso has a single and an RBI. This is a very, very tight game. 1-0. Tomaso straight out the middle and a base hit. They're going to score. They're going to bring him home. They're going to throw home. And it is going to be safe. It's 3-2 and it's dropped. It's 3-2 with an out. And a new pitcher might come in. They're going to talk to Ruthven. And what's going to happen here? They know about the lightning in the inning. So they're going to delay a little bit. They only got so much time. And here's Barry Bonnell, 0 for 2. Bottom of the 5th, it's now 3-2. Bonnell will foul it away. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 2. He grounded out 1-3 last time. Bonnell 2 on with 1 out. Oh, it is close, the Lightning. It's kind of a double-edged sword. Either you score, keep scoring, or this doesn't count if they don't get the save in. And it's 1-2 with an out in the bottom of the 5th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bonnell strikes out. There's 2 outs. Bonnell uncharacteristically went after that one. It'll be 2 outs. It's 3-2. And now, here's Lloyd Mosby. Mosby, and that's going to be a strike. He grounded out 5-3 last time. He's hitting .333 in the postseason. 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the 5th. Mosby trying to tie this up, and that's going to be foul. Last 9 games, 14 for 38. So he's been ripping in the last 9 games. He's hoping to get one here. Ruthven, and he throws it inside, and there's the strikeout. We're going to the 6th inning. Oh, Ruthven knew that was really big. And we go to the 6th, the score. Philadelphia 3, Toronto 2. Now we got to save. And there it is as they save. And remember, it is just, we don't know when we're going to lose power. Remember, it's by innings or by runs. And what I mean runs is lead changes. So now we go to the 6th inning. It kind of bogs down things a little bit, but it is what it is. Takes a couple minutes. But the Lightning is going, so if I go out, it is what it is. There it is so far. 3-2. Jim Gott is still in. Bo Diaz is 0 for 2. Gott is 71 pitches. They're banking on the fact that Philadelphia is going to pull Philadelphia and only score in 1 inning. That's going to be a strike. That's what they are banking on. Bo Diaz is 0 for 2. That'll be on the ground and a base hit for Bo. Diaz will get on first, and now a new pitcher. They're not messing around. Jim Gott is done. But Diaz on first and nobody out. Mixed reaction. He had some innings where it was good, and then in the last inning, here's Roy Lee Jackson, 8 games, 0-1, 8 2/3, 3.12 ERA, 7 strikeouts, 4 walks. Righties like the guy, lefties aren't really fond of him. Royley Jackson. Joe Morgan will be up. He's 0 for 2 today with nobody out. Now to be on the ground. It could be 2. They go to 1. They go to second. They go to first. They get a double play. He's thrown 1 pitch and got 2 outs. You want to talk about huge. You wonder if they would have taken him out last inning. Gary Matthews, the Toronto bullpen, has done incredibly good. And that'll be a ball outside. Gary Matthews 1 for 2 in a single. No home runs and 7 RBI in the postseason. That'll be on the ground. Picked up. And Upshaw back to Jackson. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Philadelphia 3, Toronto 2. Here's Jesse Barfield. He's 0 for 2. He flies out to right last time up. He's hitting 187 in the postseason. And Jesse Barfield now. He'll be high ball 1. He was 0 for 3 last game with an RBI. So he's 0 for 2 here. He's going into a slump again. Ruthven and Barfield will foul that off. It'll be 1-1. Top of the 6th inning. 3-2 Philadelphia leads Toronto. And it'll be a ball outside, 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike to Jesse Barfield. In the bottom of the 6th. That'll be behind to right field. This one is back. It's back. And it's to the wall. And it's caught by Dernier. 1 out. Almost. Almost. Oh, my goodness. If it would have gone over, it would have been incredible. And it'll be 1 out. And here's Willie Upshaw walk. So here's Willie Upshaw. And it'll be down below 1-0. 1 for 3 with a double. He jammed him. Schmidt, Upshaw, 2 out. For Toronto, they're only 1 run down. Only 1 down. And Ernie Witt is 0 for 2. He's 1 for 10 in the series with an RBI. So here's Ernie. In the bottom of the 6th inning. And that'll be a strike. Witt is 0 for 4 in a strikeout. That'll be on the ground. Should be easy. Morgan to Perez. We end 6 innings. Philadelphia is getting closer to tying this series at 2 and making the World Series a best of 3. There's a new pitcher here. We got a save. But anyway, after Don Cooper, he's 1-2. 9 innings, 7 ERA. 2 strikeouts, 5 walks. Righties don't like the guy. Lefties like the guy. And here's Tony Perez. So Tony Perez, they want to save this going into the 7th inning. Remember the last complete inning, if there's a weather, unless a tie game happens or runs are scored, unless a tie game happens, I should say, then you go back to the last of the innings, because right now the Lightning outside is close. It is weather, so you just never know whether this is going to go off or not. But taking a look at this situation, Don Cooper's coming in against Tony Perez, who's 1 for 1. Well, at bat, 1. No hits, 0 for 1, really. He walked and scored a run. He's only 1-11 in the series, 1 for 11 with 2 RBIs. A disappointing series for Perez. The 2 RBIs came in a home run in game number 1. That was his only. Oh, the Lightning is close. This might be a game in two parts. Cooper now, the 0-1. Swing and a miss here, it'll be 0-2. Perez is 0 for 1 in the day. It'll be down below 1-2. Oh, at the very end of this game, we're just going to get out of it and save it. If it's still going, it'll be Perez on the ground. Garcia, the first, and that's going to be an out. Garcia to Upshaw, 1 out. Gary Maddox will be on. That thing was out of the strike zone. Gary Maddox is 0 for 1. Top of the 7th inning with an out. It'll be a strike. Maddox was hit by a pitch and scored a run. He's 0 for 11 in the series. He hasn't had a base hit. Cooper the 0-1, a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. So Toronto can get out of this. They're down 3-2. Struck him out, and there's 2 outs. That was an easy strikeout. Easy to call. Not even controversial there, and you can see it. He was fooled, and it came down. Devon to Jesus. And that'll be outside and a strike. He didn't like that. 1 for 2, a single and a run. At 208 for an average. To Jesus. And that'll be a strike again. 3-2. Philadelphia leads. Top of the 7th inning. The pitch. On the ground and foul. Oh, such a big game, and these next 3 innings are huge. Where Toronto struck him out. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Bottom of the 7th inning. It's Philadelphia 3, Toronto 2. So here's Cliff Johnson, 1 for 2, a single and a run. If the power goes out, then it really favors Toronto at this point. It favors the team that's actually behind, and Cliff 0-1. 1-0, sorry. And a bullpen, Ron Reed and Tug McGraw. We saw Ron come in yesterday. The road team has won every game in this series. And the pitch, it'll be a little looper and picked up. They're going to go to first, 1 out. Diaz to Perez. Oh, what a game this is. Now coming up, Rance Mullinick, 0 for 2, 179. Popped out to second base, no home runs, 2 RBI. And here's Rance now. And that'll be a strike right down the middle. 70 pitches for Ruthven. Remember, Toronto scored 1 when they had nobody out, and then they just hit a single wild pitch from Garcia. Garcia hit a single wild pitch. He goes to second. And then Alfredo Griffin, sorry. A single wild pitch, Griffin to second, and then Tomaso Garcia brings him in. That'll be to left field and a base hit with 1 out, 1 on. He only has 30 speed though, and that can be tough. They need a couple well-placed balls to get in Rance Mullinick, who gets his first hit of the day. Oh, how big that was, and they're going to bring in a new pitcher. The Lightning's getting close here. It might be a replay of the 7th inning, who knows? But right now, here comes Ed Farmer. 5 games, 4 innings, a 9 ERA, 3 strikeouts. The righties love this guy, and lefties like the guy. So here comes Ed Farmer. 1 on, 1 out. Here's Alfredo Griffin, who's 2 for 2 today. And that'll be a ball inside and low. He has 2 singles and a run. Ed Farmer, this is big. These next couple batters Griffin to right field, got underneath it, not where he wanted to hit it. And 2 outs, and Garcia will come up. Joe Morgan with a big catch. And here comes Damaso. 2 for 3, 2 singles and 2 RBI. Series, he's 4 for 16 with 2 RBI. And he's going to need a really nice one to get in. Rance Mulliniks. And that'll be a strike. Damaso's 2 for 3. And here they go, the 0-1. 0-2 right down the middle. The 0-2, bottom of the 7th inning. 2 outs. Low, 1-2, he's still up. Damaso trying to get a good base hit and get over Rance to at least third base. That'll be on the ground. Schmidt, easy to Morgan, and they get Rance Mulliniks at second. At the end of 7 to score 3-2 Philadelphia. And coming in is Randy Moffett. We got to wait for this before he can save it. 1-0, 6 innings, 6 1/3, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. And Bob Dernier will come up. So here we go, 8th inning, and you got to save this game. You got to save it, and here it is. So this is very big, and now we're going to continue the game right here. It's just the way it is with the Lightning outside. Randy Moffett is, he'll be in, and he's going to go against Dernier's 2 for 3 today. That's what you see. Philadelphia has, in 34 innings, Philadelphia's only scored in 3 of them. In 3 of them in 34 innings. And here's Bob Dernier, who's 2 for 3. 2 singles and 2 RBI. Here in the top of the 8th. That'll be on the ground and foul. They want to get it before it hits the lip and goes back fair. That would be terrible. The 0-1. That'll be fouled off. The 0-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Struck him out. There's 1 out. So Dernier goes down. Philadelphia knows that they need insurance. They need an insurance run badly. Toronto's knocking on the door a little bit. They're not pounding on it yet, but they're getting people on. And Von Hayes high into center field. And coming in is Lloyd Mosby, 2 outs. Randy Moffett has come in. And now Mike Schmidt, 0 for 3, was into a double play. He's down to 220 in the postseason. Schmidt is looking to break his moratorium here, and it's 0-1. On that 5-0 game, you're hoping he would get a couple home runs. Just so law of averages, he wouldn't be due to hit in a situation like this. The 1-1, top of the 8th inning. They'll be outside 2-1. Mike Schmidt is 0 for 3. 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. He might strike out again and go 0 for 4. He might go 0 for 4. And it'll be 3-2. Bo Diaz is on deck. 2 outs, top of the 8th. Moffett. High pop fly. He's going to go 0 for 4. Mosby's underneath. And he makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Bottom of the 8th inning, the score Philadelphia 3, Toronto 2. Bonnell, Mosby, and Barfield. The road team has won every game in this World Series. Bonnell 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. I think 0 for 3 with a strikeout. So Ed Farmer to Bonnell, and that'll be a strike. Al Holland and Tug McGraw warming up. You know, you're probably going to see somebody in the next inning, maybe Al Holland again. Bonnell will foul that off. It's 0-2. Here in game number 4 of the World Series. High into right field, maybe. Yeah, what a catch by Perez. And one out.
Number 15.
And now here is Lloyd Moseby, and here coming in is Tug McGraw. 5 games, 1-0 record, 1 save and 1 opportunity, 4 innings, no ERA, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. Righties don't like the guy and lefties dislike the guy. So here's Lloyd Moseby, 0 for 3, a strikeout. He's 3 for 15 in the series. And Tug McGraw is going to try right now to get the hold. Oh, a swing and a miss by Moseby. McGraw played for the 69 Mets, won a World Series. For the 80 Phillies, won a World Series. And that's going to be a strike. 0-2 with 1 out. He's just going right through Moseby here. The 0-2, bottom of the 8th inning. It'll be on the ground, and the lights are flickering. If it goes out, it really gets Toronto, because then you got to redo the 8th inning. So another chances, but they would have to stop Philadelphia again. And that'll be fouled over. 0-2 still. In the bottom of the 8th inning. 3-2 Philadelphia. Pitch number 5 to Moseby. And that'll be ball 1. They are hoping. Moseby, then Barfield. And Moseby to left field, and it'll foul right into the stands. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 8th. On the ground, he fooled him. De Jesus, he goes to Perez, 2 outs. Philadelphia's looking more and more like they're going to do a Philadelphia. And here's Jesse Barfield. He flew out to right. He's 0 for 3. He's hitting 185 in a postseason. If Philadelphia wins this game, then we will have a 3-game series with Philadelphia having, it's going to be 1-0, having the home field advantage. It would go Toronto, Philadelphia, Philadelphia. The 1-0. And they call that a strike. Very close. Barfield is 0 for 3. Not the greatest game in the world. Bottom of the 8th inning. And inside, 2-1. 2 outs. You never know. Toronto had a 2-0 series lead. It's 2-1 now. Barfield high, pop fly. First base. This is Perez with the catch. And we go to the 9th. 3-2. Phillies lead the Blue Jays. So now we're going to save it again in case the power goes out, because it's the 9th inning. Everything has gone down. The lightning has gone down, but it doesn't mean it's going to strike somewhere else, and now the power goes out. So we're in the 9th inning here, Philadelphia and Toronto. Moffitt is in pitching to Bo Diaz. Diaz is going to be 1 for 3. Philadelphia is really hoping that they can get an insurance run. Again, Philadelphia gets all their runs in 1 inning. They've only scored in 3 of the 35 innings. And they could tie up the series. That's insane. Bo Diaz is 1 for 3 in a single. He's 2 for 13 in the series. And Randy Moffitt is still in pitching. Here in the 9th, a high pop fly, center field. And Moseby, 1 pitch and 1 out. same rules apply about, if the power goes out, if this goes to extra innings. If there's a lead change, we save it, but we're in the 9th inning. So if we go to extra innings and Philadelphia scores their first run, then we save it in case the power does go out. Because it is lightning. Morgan, and that'll be 1-1 with it out on the top of the 9th. 0 for 3 is Joe Morgan. The 1-1. Low 2-1 in the 9th inning here. The 2-1. 3-1. Gary Matthews. And it'll be ball 4, and they walk Joe Morgan. So Joe Morgan walks. Randy Moffett will walk him. He 1 pitch, 1 out. And then he walks Morgan. So here's Gary Matthews, who's going to be up. He's 1 for 3 with a single. And that'll be a ball outside. Oh, we got lightning outside again. This whole night we've been battling weather. Moffett, that'll be a strike, 1-1. Matthews trying to get on. Outside 2-1. They don't want to put 2 on with 1 out. So Gary Matthews. Now to be on the ground, could be 2. Garcia to Griffin, to Upshaw. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Can Philadelphia hold on and tie the series up? It's 3-2. Upshaw, Witt, and Johnson. This is so big as Al Holland comes in. 5 of 6 save opportunities. He's 1-0, 8 innings pitched, 2.25 ERA. 9 strikeouts, 1 walk. Righties don't like the guy and lefties hate him. And here comes Willie Upshaw in the 9th inning in the bottom of the 9th. A .290 average. And here's Al Holland. Swing and a miss there. And Willie Upshaw has to play it smart. They're down by 1. Upshaw, and that's 2 quick strikes. Holland has not looked the greatest all postseason. But it'll be 1 and 2. He's trying to get it done now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, bottom of the 9th. And that'll be to left field. And no, it wasn't to left field. It was right to third. And Schmidt with the catch, 1 out. So here's Ernie Witt, who's 0 for 3, flew out. He's only 1 of 11 in a series, and he's not who you want coming up. Not on his past. Can he change it? Holland, and they call a strike there. That was by the spot. It could have been by the swing, but it is still a strike either way. The 0-1 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. That'll be fouled off. 0-2. Al Holland is just going through here unbelievably well. And here they go. Holland, the 0-2. Struck him out, and Ernie Witt will go down. And Toronto is down to their last out. And there's Al Holland is mowing through Cliff Johnson. He's 1 for 3, a single and a run. He's the DH. And that'll be a strike here. He's mowing down everybody. Al Holland's got it tonight. And Cliff just has to hope. Here's Al. The 0-1. High 1-1. Bottom of the 9th inning. 3-2 Philadelphia and Toronto. That'll be on the ground and foul. They're down to their last strike. And that's Al Holland. They're down to their last strike, and this is it. Holland to Johnson. Struck him out, and Philadelphia's tied the series at 2. Dallas Green They won 4-2 and 3-2. They've only scored in 3 innings in this postseason. And they've only scored in 3 innings, and they've tied the series at 2. And Bobby Cox knows Game 5 is going to be really big. Game 5 is going to be huge. This is almost like the Chicago series. And the final is 3-2. Philadelphia, now we got to save this game. We'll go over everything else after this. And we're going to go here. We're going to exit this. It's 3-2. We're going to save this. Then we're going to go over the box scores. And we got to save this in a hurry here. I don't know if or when the power will go out. So here we go. We're going to go here. We're going to hit File, Save, and here. And we're going to get this done. And there it is. So taking a look right here. So a 3-2 game. Here's the box score for Philadelphia. Dernier had 2 hits. He went 2 for 4. Again, Philadelphia scores in the 5th inning. The earliest they've scored. Hayes with a hit, but everybody else with one or donuts. Multi-hit is Dernier. Schmidt gets a donut. He has been terrible this series. Morgan is 0 for 3. Perez, Maddox 0 for 2. Pitching wise, well, here's Toronto. Toronto, they have 5 donuts in a row. Bonnell, Mosby, Barfield, Upshaw, and Witt. Johnson, Mullenix, and Griffin. Griffin and Garcia. Damaso Garcia has 2 hits and 2 RBIs. And Griffin, he went 2 for 3. Pitching wise, there we go. Philadelphia, Ruthven gets the win. And Farmer, McGraw, and Holland did not give up a base runner. They didn't give up a base runner. And they had 2 strikeouts. For Toronto, they did the same thing. There were no hits. There it is. There were no hits. Or there was 1 walk by Moffitt. And that was it. But no hits. It was the starters that gave everything up. Both bullpens have been incredible. And now it's 2 games apiece. As Philadelphia has already reversed one thing from 1983. As Philadelphia only won 1 game in the 1983 World Series, and now they've tied the series up at 2. Toronto had 2 chances at home to get that 3rd win, and they couldn't do it. Could not do it. They couldn't do it. And now they will go to Game 5 at home against Philadelphia. It's 3-2 here. So that's going to be it for us today. Game number 5, an all-pivotal game number 5. Will be tomorrow, Philadelphia and Toronto. The winner will have 2 chances to clinch in Philadelphia. Oh, it's going to be crazy. Have a great day, and we'll see you then.